To head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about the Browns offense.
My comment is about Cooper Kupp. He is a special kind of receiver. And what makes him so special is he has good hands. He has the confidence of the quarterback, and he's what we call a possession receiver, like Brian Brennan used to be for the Browns, and like Jarvis Landry is when he's not hurt. So I'm not so worried about replacing Odell Beckham Jr. If we lose Jarvis Landry, that would really put a wrinkle in Kevin Stefanski's offense because he's a possession type of coach. So he needs that sure-handed receiver. So the running games works. He loves going out of the backfield to Hunt when in the short passes to the tight end. All that works, but that you have to have that possession receiver like Jarvis Landry, that role that he's played. So I'm concerned if we don't retain Jarvis Landry, restructure his contract, get him healthy, we're going to need a guy, use that 13th pick. That's the kind of wide receiver that we need. So I'll listen to your comments. Thanks. Bye. This is Randall McKissack, a Cleveland Browns fan forever. Go Brownies.
All right, and I certainly appreciate the voicemails. Here's what I'd say about Jarvis Landry. Generally, you don't pay guys that work underneath as high as he's being paid. They brought him in on a contract that the Dolphins had negotiated. He's a really good number two. He would be more effective if he had somebody to stretch the field so he has more room to work underneath. Again, he's a really good receiver. He's been really good for the Browns. At $15 million, I don't know that it makes sense.
I agree. And that's where, the possession receiver, I get it to an extent, but at the same time, Jarvis has trouble winning on the outside. And that's the one thing that we have to keep on looking back at is that, again, I know he's a dependable receiver. I know that he's been great for the fans. Don't get it twisted there. But at the same time, I think that this team can, bring in somebody who can be a sure-handed player and somebody who, again, I think that, I look at somebody like Russell Gage that you can bring in, fill that slot type of a role because let's be honest, again, Jarvis's best years in the NFL have come when he's been utilized in the slot more so. So I look at somebody like a Russell Gage at that point, or even, again, if you go out and trade for a Calvin Ridley, get somebody who can succeed on the outside there as well. I think that there are other options that you can go to, and especially for a much lower price at that point. Again, I love Jarvis, but at the $15 million mark, that's just too damn high for somebody who, again, didn't even crack the 500-yard mark last year. So, I understand that he was dealing with injuries, but, again, I just think that, when he's fully healthy, yeah, I think that he can be good, but again, at that $15 million mark, that's where I take an issue with it. So, again, I think that for Jarvis, I would love to have him back. But at the $15 million mark, I just don't see it working. And the comparison to Cooper Kupp, I disagree with because Cooper Kupp is also much larger. He's faster. And on top of that, he's also phenomenal run blocker. That's the one thing that's underrated about him is that he's willing to block in the run game. And that's why his touchdown, he faked going for a block in order to get the fade out for him. So, I look at him and I just think that, it's a difference when it comes to Jarvis Landry and Cooper Kupp, and it's a different skill set. And it's not just the one-to-one, one's a possession receiver. Cooper Kupp had an all-time great season. So, again, I just think that when it comes to Jarvis and Cooper Kupp, I don't necessarily know if comparing them one-to-one is necessarily fair for either party.
Yeah, I would agree. Cooper Kupp won the Triple Crown and was the Super Bowl MVP. So, and he's a bigger target. All right.